welcome. Well, this week we have a beautiful spring bundle for you, filled with, great scents and the colors of spring, but also some exotic flowers, which is always fun and something that we love bringing to you subscribers. So let me show you what we're going to do first, which is begin with a medium-sized vase, and eventually we're going to end up filling up 4 vases so that you can spread the flowers throughout your house. So the first vase I have here is, again, sort of a medium-sized glass cylinder. What I did was I just took one of my aspidistra leaves and stuck it down inside the vase. And then what I'm going to do first is fill it up with some of my greenery. So we have green pittosporum here. I love this because it's a really nice, beautiful, dark green color. It also lasts a long time, and because it sort of has a bushy feel to it, it'll just fill up the vase. So I'm going to trim it down like this and fill, let's see, got another piece of it here. I'm using about 3/4 of it. I'm going to save a little bit for my other vases. And I'm going to stick it in here and get a nice sort of base for my arrangement. Great. Then the next thing I'm going to put in, I think, some of my awesome monarch aster, beautiful purple color, really spring sort of gardeny feel. And the great thing about this type of flower is that you can pull some of the lateral pieces off and save them for your other arrangements. So let me pull these off. Here we go. I'm going to save those, stick them to the side, trim this up, and stick this piece right into my vase. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other 2 pieces, saving the lateral pieces for my small vase. All right. 1, 2, 3. Got it right here. Okay. This sort of reminds me of asters you see growing in the summertime, actually out in like growing wildly if you're ever in the woods or anything. They're really nice. Okay, I'm going to trim this down, stick this inside. Now I have 3 asters inside my vase, and the next thing is going to be solidago. So I've got 3 pieces. It comes a little bit longer. I already trimmed it down here because I was just sort of prepping this one bit of it. And what I did is I took the leaves off of the stems. I just slid them right off, and then I'm going to give them a trim and stick them right inside the vase. All right, great. Now I'm ready for my focal flower, which is a hyacinth. I love the hyacinth because they smell so good. They come from Holland. They're just incredible this time of year. You'll also, see them growing in pots all over, whether in gardens or, you can find them in shops. They're really, really nice, and they also last a long time. And again, just smell incredible. And the stems are nice too. So what I'm going to do here, I think, is trim this up. I'm getting rid of the bottom part, and I'm going to use my little bits of stem here inside the vase because I just think they have a cool shape to them. So why not? It sort of adds to the garden look. And I've got 2 more pieces here I'm going to use, and the 4th one I'm going to save for my mini arrangement. All right into the vase. Again, some of my greenery, because if I can, I want to use it, right? All right, great. And I think this vase is actually kind of nice, just filled up, simple, springy. I'm going to set it aside and move on to the next one I have, which is a really tall glass cylinder, a little bit more dramatic. And in this vase, what I'm going to do is take my second Aspen Easter leaf, curl it up, and place it inside the vase. And here I want to show off sort of the shape of the leaf. Okay, so it's spinning a little bit, which is fun. And now for my most exciting flower here that I want to use. We've got Dendrobium orchids from Thailand. So I love orchids because they're exotic and neat and they last a long time. These ones in particular are just beautiful and bold and bright. I had a really fun time once going to Thailand and seeing the markets where they sell these orchids for pennies, and it's just incredible that we can get them here to you, and in your bundle, right off the plane from Thailand. So anyway, I think it's exciting. What I'm going to do with these is they come in little water tubes, again, to make the plane ride, all right? And I'm going to take off the tubes. And in this case, I'm going to take them all in my hand. So I've got 7 stems. I've got all of these here. Okay, great. And I'm going to sort of pluck off the bottom ones because I'm going to float those later, you'll see. Just want to get the most out of these. And I know that I have so many in my hand that I don't quite need that many here. Okay, so we're saving these. Then, here was my plan, was to curl a few of them just to get a neat shape going, okay? And have this one sort of fly out like this. And I'm curling it in my hand, and then I'm taking a little bit of wire, and this is, wire that is floral wire, but really you could get any sort of wire, or a ribbon would work, even tape, anything you wanted to use to secure the bottom part of the stem here to itself. So really I've got this stem curling over and attaching to the bottom. All right. Then what I'm going to do is trim up the bottom here, stick this in, and just tilt it over. Cool. So I think what's fun here is that some things are going this way, and we've got this shape here, and it's just sort of a dramatic piece, and it's simple and fun. It could be, on the center of your dining room table or somewhere else. And now I'm going to move that off to the side. Then the next thing I'm going to do is take this smaller vase here that's almost like a globe, and I'm going to use a few of my hyacinth leaves. You see I've got this one here. I'm going to just twirl these inside of my vase. A few more, just to make it sort of interesting. I think that'll work. Alright, got those in there. Then I'm going to float some of my orchid blossoms in here. Alright, so I've got 3 here. And actually, what's fun is I have, I've already filled up this vase with these 4 blossoms, and I have more right here. So I may even save these and add these to a different vase to put into, a different room or a different space. So I love that versatility with these orchids, that you can, pull them apart and, use them this way, or have them in one large dramatic piece. So anyway, for now I'll set that aside. Then the next vase I wanted to fill was just a smaller little one. And here's my plan. Take the remaining bits of Pittosporum that I have, trim them up. So I've got this little bit here. I'm going to trim. Got this in my hand, and actually before I put it inside the vase, I'm going to take my last pieces of hyacinth stem, curl them inside the vase, just to sort of hide stems of these other flowers. I think it looks kind of interesting this way. Okay, great. And here I go, sticking in my pit. Then I have little pieces of Solidago that I can stick right in. These were the lateral pieces I pulled off the side. Okay. And tons of my aster, which is great because what I'm going to do is clean it all up, trim it down, and stick it right in to my vase and just be able to have all these little pieces of it count. Alright, and my focal flower is going to be my last hyacinth, which I'm going to trim down and stick right into the center, like this. And now I have this gorgeous tiny vase that I can fill up, and I still have a few extra orchids, so I'll figure out where to float those. Got my dramatic piece, my more traditional sort of centerpiece arrangement, and I got it all from one bundle, which is great. So anyway, you'll see the photographs of these finished pieces together. Thank you so much for watching and for being a subscriber.